in the hell's going on around here? We'll get to it. Listen. Hey yo! Welcome all to GY6 Games, the gamer channel that brings you a variety of entertainment and content, both here in your ear. To kick things off, I'd appreciate the love by y'all sharing and hitting those icons that need to click. And with that said, check out the social medias where I post daily and keep in touch with the followers. Now let's go. Now why in the hell are these NPCs always switching polarities? It's not y'all, agents. Nope. When these happen, it's because there's two factions fighting each other and they're getting their melees off. As you can see, I slow it down, zoom it in, and there's a melee that gets hitting. One of those NPCs gets a shot on the other one. As you can see, it switched the two of the same squad faction, same faction squad, however you want to say it. They both switched. The guy on my left switched as well as the guy who just got meleeed. So when you're in those battles and you're shooting at a guy and all of a sudden he's positive and goes negative, there's a second faction in there, or second squad, and they're fighting each other and getting melees off. Or it could be also a teammate of yours getting a melee off. And especially if you're playing with randos, you don't have communication, you see a polarity switch, it could be your teammate. Now I'm going to show a better little example here. With the nighttime, you can see there's going to be a melee guy. See right there, the fucking Riker gets the shield, the Foot Clan gets a nice little melee off, and it switched polarities again. Now I also want to show it goes the same way with us. I'm going to do a melee because I'm going for the challenges. So I'm going to shield bust this guy. And now look at that red chevron that's on the car. He didn't switch polarities. The two squad mates, they switched polarities. He didn't. Now another thing I want to show y'all. You may have figured this out already, but you cannot deactivate or activate your global event when you're not in a safe area. That's of course a safe house or the booze. Now another thing, a good way to cheese switching the polarities, it's just using the shield and bumping them the whole time. You're gonna see I get this, and there's another way to cheese another challenge for day 1 or 2, and that's killing an NPC of the opposite polarity. Obviously if you get shots on them, you're gonna shock your ass. So you just simply get that riot shield and fucking crack them across the head a couple of times. And I believe that's only 20 kills you have to do with that. And switching the polarity is 50. And as you can see, I'm at the propaganda broadcast. I came here for an open world boss, but unfortunately there wasn't. Or maybe I was there earlier, but I was just here to oh yeah, I'm fucking grinding the challenges. So as you can see, I'm just getting all these melees off, and I'm also getting kills of the opposite polarity. As you can see, there's the proof. But with this one propaganda propaganda broadcast, I do knock out 2 of the challenges in just one activity. So it's a very easy way to cheese to get those 2 challenges. Now on to the next tip slash thing you may need to know about this global event. Now, if you want to track your progress with these challenges and it's dimmed out, you see how I can't track it? What you need to do is deactivate the global event. Doesn't do anything for you. You're not going to lose progress or anything. Just simply deactivate it, reactivate it, and it'll be back on screen for you. So you can simply have it up on your screen on the top right, and you don't have to keep checking in through the menu. Now let's cover a couple of tips for the combat portion of the global event, and that's us ourselves switching polarities so that we can take out the NPCs and not get shocked every fucking different NPC you come across. The ways to switch your polarities: reload your weapon or switch your weapon. Now, a good nice little tip: if you want a nice dependable weapon that can keep polarity for a long time, typically you want to go with an LMG with the large mags. But if you happen to have the Bullet King LMG, well, if you've had it, you know exactly what the talent is where you never reload. And so when you have large mobs of NPCs with the same polarity, they're fucked. You get that stacked of 5 within one little, I don't know, 10-second of shooting. You got them all grouped up, they're gonna get melted. You get that 5 stack and never have to reload nor switch your weapon. Now, another thing that you may want to pay attention to with ARs, SMGs, when you have that reload, and I believe it's if you reload early in the mag and not like right at the very tail end of it, if you get a reload in, it could just reload to, like, say this mag, right, hold to 50. You just saw I had 51, but if I reloaded and I notice it says 50, I can simply just reload again to switch the polarity if it need be. And another thing, say you are 51 in this case with my AR. If you are 51, you just remain in cover, do not shoot an NPC, just blind fire and shoot out into the fucking wind, and then you can reload again with the 50 rounds that were remaining. You get that reload, you switch to polarity as well. Now, I just want to keep in mind that if you are getting your polarity switched without your doing so, that could be an NPC has not, if not meleeed you, meleeed one of your squad mates. So keep that in mind. Don't flip out. There's a reason why it's switched. Now, I want to cover again with the NPCs switching their polarity. That's because either A, your squad mate did a melee without you knowing, or B, that faction that you're fighting is within another faction and they're fighting amongst all the fucking chaos. So it's not the game tripping out, it's not fucked up. I've looked into all this, like slow motion this shit just to make sure, and I've confirmed other NPCs are actually meleeing and changing the polarities for you. I just want to go over why I mentioned the taking one shot, not hitting an NPC, and then reloading with that same weapon. Is because, let's give you the scenario, you're going for long range shots. You have an AR or semi-auto, right? And you want to keep engaging with that same weapon. Like, say your secondary is an LMG, you know you're not going to have the stability to get those long range shots down. And say you're in heroic where every shot counts with this damn global event, you kind of want to remain with a more stable weapon. Just simply shoot one round, or see if your magazine didn't have one chambered already and you can still use your same weapon. Just want to make that clear. It'll save you in the long run of wasting ammo on your secondary that you didn't even want to use in the first place. And that's all I got. I just want people to have a better understanding of what this global event's about. It definitely takes a lot more strategy. You can't run through this shit. It takes strategy. You got to communicate with your squad mates. So hopefully you're not one of those agents who just goes in the game, groups up, and doesn't have a goddamn mic. But I hope you found something useful in this. I'm enjoying this global event. In fact, this kind of put a whole twist in the game where I'm really just enjoying TD2 all in general. As for the scaling of the latest patch, it's okay. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this shit. So I hope you found something useful. Still no goddamn proper outro. I've been doing some shit with the background of the stream and whatnot. And so I'd just like to leave y'all with, as always, I say, peace.
Bye.